our national anthem performed by the Scarsdale High School Band.
Scarsdale High School Marching Band.
Well, this is the League 1A title game. Both teams have secured a bowl berth, but big game for Scarsdale and for New Rochelle for the League 1A title. Scarsdale trying to get their 4th consecutive League A title.
This is not the only common thing they have in common. You noticed some similarities before.
Both teams are 5-0. Both teams in 5-0 in league play. Both teams have lost on opening day. Their only losses. Both teams are coming off both big victories.
Scarsdale, of course, won last week 6-0 in the rain against White Plains at White Plains.
And New Rochelle won 16-0 over Roosevelt. And Scarsdale had beat New Rochelle, Roosevelt earlier 7-0.
So Scarsdale, their defense really defense is a big part of the team.
Scarsdale coming up 4 consecutive shutouts off. They beat Mount Vernon, Mamaroneck, Roosevelt, and White Plains, all on shutouts. The only game that wasn't close was the Mount Vernon game. That was a blowout. All the others were 7-0.
That was 28-6, I believe.
Right. No, that was a shutout. Sorry to say.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yes.
And Scarsdale on offense, basically a running team. Last week, they had 216 yards, all on the ground, 135 of them by Andrew Brennan.
Let's listen to the announcement of the Scarsdale Raiders.
Scott Arsu. Number 25, Pete Fogey. Number 26, Vincent Lambert. Number 33, Lou Henry. Number 34, Matt Schnitzer. Number 39, Tom Norton. Number 40, the captain, Jason Kessler. Number 42, Matt Deschamps. Number 45, Mike Girardi. Number 50, Heath Gottschalk. Number 54, Mark Lieberman. Number 55, Lawrence Davarese. Number 69, Tim Ward. Number 71, Greg Haley. Number 75, Roy Strauss. Number 77, the captain, Mike Fee. Number 88, Bucky Weaver. Number 82, Victor Cruz, and the rest of the Scarsdale Raiders.
And there you just heard the announcement of the Scarsdale Raiders. Scarsdale, both teams rely on defense a lot. The Scarsdale Raiders have allowed 27 points all season, none in league play, in their 5 victories. And New Rochelle has allowed 46 points overall and only 12 in league play. So look for a defensive struggle here.
This morning against New Rochelle, 18-0. That makes them 8-1 for the season. Also, varsity volleyball, the Section 1 champions with a record of 19-0.
And an announcement just came through over the PA system. We'd like to congratulate the varsity volleyball team
on winning the
sectionals with a record of 19-0.
Didn't lose. They only lost one match, the one game the whole year. That was in the first round of the Section A tournament. That was the only game. All the others were sweeps, 2-0 victories. And now for the coin toss, number 77 of Scarsdale, Mike Fee, and number 40, Jason Kessler, the 2 captains to conduct the coin toss. Let's listen in.
Official clock. We need the time. After we need the guy to ask. Next gentleman is Mr. Winsky, and he is the head linesman. Got this out. The only thing I ask is that when you're given choices of any kind, make sure you understand the choice before you make your decisions, because if you make the wrong one, I can't let you change it. At timeouts, I want the captain of the defense particularly to let me know that he's ready, so the offense doesn't get a play off before he's set. And on measurements, I want to represent both teams there to see whether it's a first down or not. You Rochelle, you're the visitors. Who's going to make the call? You are? That's heads. That's tails. I'm going to throw it in the air. Let it fall to the ground. You make the call while it's in the air. Loudly, please. Hurts. Heads is called. Just come up tails. You may make your choice now or defer to the second half. You want to make your choice now and you want the ball. All right. Will you put your back to
Scarsdale got the coin toss and elects to receive.
Scarsdale's won the clock. Scarsdale will receive. Let's have a good football
As
game.
you see, Scarsdale is going to be kicking toward the school, and New Rochelle's going to be moving toward the forest.
And the weather, not really a factor today. It is really good football weather. Game time temperature about 45 degrees with just golden sunshine and hardly any wind.
Look for a big rushing attack. Scarsdale led by Andrew Brennan and Lou Henry. And White Plains led by, one second, I'll tell you. Led by Sam Bowden, who averages 125 yards per game, and Eric Bell. So,
and of course, the major rusher for Scarsdale was Andrew Brennan, who had 63% of the yards on the ground last week.
There, the Raiders take the
watch
field.
out for Lou Henry on the ground.
Raiders take the field. This is a big game for Scarsdale because they know they're headed for a bowl game already. They secured the bowl game. Last year they were playing for the same circumstance. They had a bowl game secured already, and they were playing White Plains, and the League 1A title game that they won took a lot out of them, and they ended up losing the bowl game to Arlington 12-0. So it's important for Scarsdale. Dick Palladino doesn't want this game to be.
Well, he had a quote in there which sums it up.
Okay, I'll check. Yes, I'll find it in a minute. It's got to go through all these newspapers, and it took a lot out of us going into the final week. It won't happen to us this year, so that basically sums it up.
That is Palladino's quote appearing in the Reporter Dispatch.
New Rochelle to kick off. Oh, punishing hit by Alexi Mercentes. Going to 26, Vinny Lambert runs back to about the 15-yard line, cutting across the field, and gets it out to about the 15-yard line.
After the 15-yard line, first and 10 for the Raiders. First and 10 for the Raiders at the 15-yard line.
Kevin Walsh starting at quarterback, led by Andrew Brennan and Lou Henry. Gives to Lou Henry.
Gain about one.
Get about 1 yard, I would say, yeah. 2nd and 9 for
Lou
Scarsdale.
We're gaining about a yard. 2nd and 9 for the Raiders.
Second and 9 from about their own 15.
Kevin Walsh looking over the defense. Give to Lou Henry, big gain, past the 30. Driven out of bounds about the 34-yard line. Big gain for Scarsdale.
20-yard gain by Lou Henry.
After about the 35-yard line, first and 10, Scarsdale Raiders.
It's 20. Big gain for Lou Henry. Drives it past the 36-yard line. That was a 20-yard gain, so a total of 21 yards on the ground for Scarsdale so far.
All by Lou Henry.
Yeah, big gains. They're open after the middle, so maybe Andrew Brennan can cut the ball wide soon. Maybe a play-action pass. Now they open up a wide set with number 25, Beat Bogarty, out wide. Give to
Here's Brennan.
Brennan, cuts over.
Gains about 4 on the play.
Yeah,
Andrew Brennan carries for a gain of about 2 yards.
2nd and about 7 for Scarsdale.
2nd and 7 for the Scarsdale Raiders.
It's important for Scarsdale to get up to a lead because in a lot of these games they've come back. A lot of these games they've had late rallies. Like in the last 2 games they scored 4th quarter touchdowns, so they really have to go quick lead. Offsides by New Rochelle. 5-yard penalty against New Rochelle.
Let's go! Hey, Fred! Second and about 3 for the Raiders.
2nd and 3 for the Raiders. At their own 44-yard line. Kevin Walsh comes into center. Looks over the defense. Sets. Gives to, flips it out to Andrew Brennan.
And that's Brennan's favorite type. He loves to take the ball out of the air when it's tossed to him and run with it.
Because that gives a force of momentum to keep on going with. Gain of about 7, a first down. Scarsdale's second first down of the game. Out across midfield to the 49-yard line of Scarsdale. Wait, New Rochelle, sorry. New Rochelle. Sets. Kevin Walsh looks in the center. The fake. Big gain for Lou Henry. It's a pass to 35. About the 34-yard line. Big gain for Lou Henry. Another shot right up the middle. That was about a 15-yard gain. 2 big gains for Lou Henry. They're dominating the ball. See, that last play was set up by the Andrew Brennan sweep because they faked the ball initially. Now New Rochelle was looking for the fake again and looking for the wide play. There was a big hole up the middle.
Raiders already with 47 yards on the ground.
Scarsdale dominating the action early, moving the ball easily downfield. Gain play up to Lou Henry for about 3 or 4 yards.
Gain of about a yard. 2nd and 8 for the Raiders.
2nd and about 7 for the Raiders. Kevin Walsh gets his play from Dick Palladino.
Raiders from the New Rochelle 30. 32 left.
Kevin Walsh. Keeps it himself, gains about 1 yard. There was a big hole there, and Kevin Walsh would have sent past that. One New Rochelle guy hit it. He could have waltzed into the touchdown. There was no one past that guy. It was a touchdown-saving tackle. Their first third down of the game, 3rd and about 6. I would look for a pass here. They've had run. Maybe a pass.
Well, they're not much of a passing team. They had no yards passing last week, but it was a rainstorm, so maybe they'll pass this week.
Beautiful sunshine.
Here's Walsh again.
Big game. Punishing hit by New Rochelle.
About a 6-yard gain.
Looks like it's going to be close for first down, but it's no signal yet. It's a first down. No, I don't know. They're going to bring the chains out into the field. Looks very close to a first down. Here come the chains.
And that's one of the Raiders' big plays. They like to give it to Kevin Walsh and let him run with it also.
Yeah, but that's what the whole option play is about. Because if Kevin Walsh did run the ball, they would always play the Andrew Brennan. And if Kevin Walsh starts to get successful, then they're going to have to lay off Andrew Brennan. And it's a first down by about a half an inch. It's about a half an inch of first down.
About the 25-yard line. 1st and 10.
Raiders from the New Rochelle 25.
The 3rd first down. Scarsdale offensive line is doing a great job of rush blocking. They've opened up big holes for Scarsdale runners. Kevin Walsh looks under center. Lou Henry in motion. Fake handoff. Kevin Walsh looks end zone.
Oh, intended for number 45.
Mike Girardi in and out of his hands. Incomplete.
So that's the first pass attempt by the Raiders, and
he was open. He was open. There was just the ball was thrown a little wide and in and out of the hands.
you can never really tell when the Raiders are going to bring in the pass because 2 weeks ago their only touchdown was scored on a 9-yard pass by Eric Lundquist, but then last week they scored on an option.
Right.
So
and on that option play, Coach Palladino said that they were really looking for they would try to conservative run to set up another field goal for Andrew Brennan, big hole up the middle. It's about the number 10, the 10-yard line. Another big hole for Andrew Brennan. Offensive line's definitely doing a great job against the Huguenot defensive line. Yeah. That's about a 15-yard gain.
For Andrew Brennan.
It's first and 10 and about the 11.
Balanced attack for the Raiders so far. Brennan with 26 yards, and they'll be back right after this. We're back at Deep Field, and the Raiders from the 10-yard line of New Rochelle.
After a New Rochelle timeout, with 6:21 remaining in the first quarter. Scars on New Rochelle's 11-yard line, marching right down the field from their own 15. An impressive drive. Give out to Lou Henry for about 2 yards.
Very slight gain.
Second down and about 8.
Just as I was saying before, the Raiders have a pretty balanced attack, with Brennan having 26 yards and Henry having 41 yards. Kevin Walsh had 7 for a total of 74 yards on the ground so far for the Raiders.
Well, that's impressive. They immediately ran the ball down for their own 15. Now to they're about their own 9. I mean, sorry, their own about 7.
I might look for a pass here.
Yeah, play action pass possibly. Fake the run and go to the air. Oh, dish to Andrew Brennan.
Here's Brennan down the right side,
Touchdown.
and he's in.
Touchdown. They go wide for the
Andrew
touchdown.
Brennan, a 9-yard touchdown run. The Raiders go ahead 6-0.
It was about a 7-yard touchdown run. They went wide, and Huguenot had the insides protected off, and Andrew Brennan just uses his amazing speed and went wide.
And that's what Brennan likes to do. First, he took the pass out of the air, or it was a toss out of the air, and then he likes to go around the side and kind of weave his way around the sideline. That's exactly what he did.
85-yard drive.
I have it for 82, but it doesn't make a difference.
85-yard drive in about 6.5 minutes.
Pretty good.
Here's the attempted extra point attempt.
Jason Kessler.
Set, the snap, the kick is up, and it's good.
Perfect.
7-0 Scarsdale. Oh, flag on the play. Let's see what the flag's about. I think it's going to be assessed on the kickoff because I think it's against New Rochelle. Personal foul, New Rochelle. Field goal is good, going to be assessed on the kickoff.
And the Raiders have to feel happy because they've been having problems scoring in the past 3 games. So just to get these points on the board now has to make them feel good.
And last game, they scored of 6 points to 7 points. They know they have a good defense. And they also knew New Rochelle had a good defense.
Right.
They only allowed, I believe, 16 points all season in League 1A. So it was important for them to get on the board early. And now they have a lot of confidence. That one big third down play by Kevin Walsh for the 8 yards. Now they're going to kick off for the 50-yard line because of the personal foul call. They get an extra 15 yards because of the personal foul call. That was 15-yard penalty. So the ball should easily sail into the end zone. Should. I'm not
Unless
saying
he places it very, very well.
No, it's a 20. The ball is being placed on New Rochelle's 45-yard line. That's a 45-yard kick, and usually it's back at the 35-yard line. That's a big penalty. Must have been something quite severe. Scarsdale had a strange game last week because of all the strange things that happened. In one situation in the White Plains game, the punter punted it, went for -3 yards, then picked it up, ran 76 yards for a touchdown. But that was called back because of 5 penalties. Then so they called it back, and the next time he kicked the ball, he kicked it for only 2 yards. So it was a strange game. Oh, big hole.
Oh, but he's knocked down by his own player,
Up to the
teammate.
Number 20 of New Rochelle, Sam Bowden, their big rusher.
That's the player they're looking out for.
Gains about up to about the 28-yard line.
And how many yards did you say he's averaging a game?
I believe it's 125 yards. Yeah, 100. Some outrageous number.
Just to recap, the Raiders scoring
125
drive,
yards per game.
11 plays, 82 yards. They scored with 5:25 left in the first quarter. So that would make it what? 6.5 minutes?
That's what I said previously.
Okay, good.
New Rochelle getting on the offense for the first time. Scarsdale defense backed by Glenn Cahaley, Andrew Brennan, and Vinny Lambert. They're only 3 returning starters from last season's bowl game appearance. Scarsdale didn't look too good in its first game loss, where it gave up 17 points to Mayapack, but it's looked good ever since. Big game for Sam Bowden. How much about the 35 or 36-yard line? It's about 2nd and 1, 9-yard gain for Bowden. It's very important that Scarsdale stops Bowden. Wishbone set. Give to Bowden. Stopped for a
Swamped by
2-yard
the
line.
Raiders. That's what the Raiders worked on in practice this week, gang tackling. They just want to get all, like 3 or 4 players and just knock New Rochelle down.
Loss of 2 yards.
Especially
of Bowden.
Sam Bowden, because he's a major threat.
They tried the wishbone set. That looked like it. Maybe he got the momentum surge and he got a first down. That didn't look like it was a gain of anything, but he got the first down, so. The wishbone set again. Bowden. Give. Up the middle. No gain at all. He was smothered there. Eric Ball, their other big
That's
rusher.
another player they're looking out for.
You can tell that New Rochelle likes to well run, but just their wishbone set, that's mainly a rushing play because you use 4 guys in the backfield and you have to have at least 5 on the line, so you basically could not use anyone in wide receiver set. So if they go into wishbone set, you really got to be looking rush. The wishbone set, just in case all you unfamiliar people, is 2 guys set and then 1 guy back. That's Eric Ball. Oh, that's a loss. Loss of 2. 3rd and 8. They're really smothering. Alexi Mercentes.
It's very interesting how the Scarsdale defense prepares for the New Rochelle offense. During the week, what they have are called scout teams. And what they do is they have some of the Raiders imitate New Rochelle's defense. So then they integrate New Rochelle's plays into that imitation offense. Then that way they can prepare for it by practicing against a facsimile offense.
Alexi Mercentes with the big play. They're doing a lot of gang tackling. Fake to Eric Ball. The throw.
Oh, it's dropped. Intended for number 89, Scott Grenani.
So New Rochelle will have to punt. 4th and 11. A short drive, only 9 yards on the whole drive.
10.
Well, they lost 1 on one of the plays, so that's a total of 9 yards.
9.
Andrew Brennan and number 21, Andy Curry are back deep for Scarsdale. Number 25, George Bailey of New Rochelle to punt. Oh, good punt.
And it takes a New Rochelle bounce.
Inside to about the 24-yard line. Scarsdale offense goes back down the field to a rousing cheer. With about 2:18 left in the quarter, Scarsdale gets possession at the 24-yard line.
Of course, that time is unofficial. There have been occasions where the clock has been in disagreement with the referees. So
right, you heard before that with the clock person, please check the clock twice already. So
well, read what the clock says.
Kevin Walsh looks under center. Andrew Brennan and Lou Henry in the backfield. Give to Lou Henry for about 2 or 3 yards.
Lou Henry for the gain of about 3 yards.
Scarsdale looking impressive in the early going, dominating the action. Kevin Walsh under center, 2nd and 8 for Scarsdale. Give to Lou Henry, big gain up the middle, about the 36-yard line, another first down for Scarsdale. It's about a 9-yard gain.
Touchdown for the Raiders. Run by Andrew Bennett.
This is Scarsdale's first year, New Rochelle, sorry, first year in Section 1A. Before they were with all the Rockland teams, and they were coming up 4-5 season, and now they have an impressive season, and they're headed for a bowl game. So
And I have
big
an interesting
turnaround.
story right after this play.
Flag on the play. Let's see who's against. It's a 5-yard offside penalty against New Rochelle. Their third of the ball game. For about 30 yards total on penalties. First and 5. And now let's hear your story.
Right after this play.
Okay, 1st and 5.
I want to fit the whole thing in one shot. So
Okay, Kevin Walsh looks under center in the I formation. Gives to Lou Henry, gain of about 0.
all right. Well, what happened was at the beginning of the season, Coach Palladino showed the Raiders an article which appeared in the September 4th edition of the Reporter-Dispatch, and it showed a quote from New Rochelle, which kind of implied that he was happy to be back in this division because he would have a hard time with, he named White Plains and Mount Vernon, but he did not name Scarsdale. So Palladino used that as kind of a inspiration factor, kind of let's show him, you know.
2nd and 5. Well, Scarsdale's been the dominating power in Section 1A, so that's surprising.
Here's Brennan again around the side, and
Gains, first down, past the gain of about 6, past the 45-yard line to about the 46. And that's the end of the first quarter.
we'll be back right after this. The score is 7-0, Scarsdale.
Wait, it's on you.
As we begin the second quarter, the Raiders from their own 45 and Lou Henry with a pickup of 1.
Okay, this is Alex Locke and the Raiders with 100 yards rushing in the first quarter. Looking to improve on that. They've had attempted 1 pass, was incomplete.
Here's the Raiders from their own 46. Bloomquist in motion. And here's a flip to Brennan, who breaks big. He's breaking away. Oh, and he's tackled at the 32-yard line. A major gain for Andrew Brennan. A 20-yard gain for Andrew Brennan.
He's got over 50 yards now for Andrew Brennan.
60
rushing.
yards for Brennan.
Really? And
And again, that came on a toss.
Dick Palladino's coaching philosophy, the high school team has to run to be effective.
Raiders from the New Rochelle 32. Here's Jason Silverman up the middle for about 3 yards.
And Jason Silverman will run a lot after Andrew Brennan, if he's had a big gain or if Andrew Brennan's just made a defensive play. Jason Silverman's the second tailback.
longer. All right, Jimmy. Right.
Walsh gets the signal from Palladino, and now they're ready. From the New Rochelle 29, Bogarty wide to the right. And Bloomquist in motion again. And Lou Henry up the middle for about 5.
And right now, New Rochelle. First down for the Raiders. And New Rochelle is the bigger team. Dick Palladino said, we're not lacking in talent, but we are lacking in size. But right now, it looks like New Rochelle is actually the one being a little manhandle on the field. You see Scarsdale kind of 10 yards at a time.
And very balanced rushing attack. Brennan with 60 yards and Henry with 59.
And short pickup.
Down to about the 13-yard line. Second and 2.
So here are the Raiders from the New Rochelle 13. Bogarty again wide to the right. I wonder if they'll pass it. And another flip to Brennan. Down towards the 7-yard line, a gain of about 6 for Andrew Brennan.
Down to about the 8. First and goal for the Raiders.
First and goal for the Scarsdale Raiders. The Raiders already with 143 yards on the ground, and we're just beginning the second quarter.
And the time of possession for the Raiders, too. They can try to control the ball almost the whole game. The New Rochelle possession couldn't have been more than a couple minutes at that.
And we'll be back right after this timeout.
Okay. Yeah, forget it.
The Raiders from the 7-yard line of New Rochelle trying to go ahead. And another flip to Brennan. Here he goes around the left side. Touchdown, Andrew Brennan. That's his second of the game. The Raiders go ahead 13-0. Andrew Brennan again picking it up out of the air and goes around the left side.
Brennan now with 70 yards on the ground.
73, actually. And that is 150 yards for the Raiders. That scoring drive was 67 yards. 68 yards. And here's Kessler with the extra point attempt. It's up and wide to the right. But the Raiders come away with another touchdown. They go ahead 13-0 with 8:25 left in the second quarter. And here are the unofficial after the first quarter stats. As you see, the Raiders really doing it on the ground with somewhere between 96 and 100 yards. And no yards passing for either team. And New Rochelle with their penalties costing them and other things are not really having any effect this time. But definitely the most outstanding stat there, the Raiders with almost 100 yards on the ground.
And Dick Palladino yesterday said he was happy with the Scarsdale offense. The one thing they should improve on was getting that knockout punch. And right now, Scarsdale seems to be doing that pretty effectively, leading 13-0 with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
And it's lost by New Rochelle. And it'll roll all the way down to the 10-yard line. The 14-yard line. The New Rochelle receiver tried to get in front of it, but the ball took a funny hop and went an extra 20 yards, and that could be costly. Just to recap that scoring drive, 65 yards, 10 plays.
Tackle made by Frank Luciano.
The Raiders really want to watch out for Bowden and Bell. Those are the two that probably will do the most damage.
And so right now we're seeing the Scarsdale defense, which you mentioned, Russ, a well-rehearsed Scarsdale defense. They examine the videotapes, record the New Rochelle plays, and then at the practice last week, what happened was yesterday actually, the defense has to recognize the setup, the formation, and anticipate the play.
And a gain of about second and 2, a gain of about 8 on that play.
Scarsdale Raiders have shut out their last 4 opponents.
Have given up 27 points the whole year. None in this section. So New Rochelle gets another first down from their own 35. And here, breaking down the right side, a gain of 20 yards. Out to about the 50-yard line. And Scarsdale will take a timeout, and we'll be back when action resumes. We're back here at Dean Field. Scarsdale Raiders with a 13-0 lead in the second quarter over the New Rochelle Huguenots. The New Rochelle Huguenots from the 50, and here's
Pickup of
big
about
pickup
6.
by number 20, Sam Bobin.
And as we've seen this game, mostly
Sorry, that wasn't a pickup of 20. That was about
6.
it was 6. His number 20. Second and 4. First and 10 for the Huguenots. And a fumble. The Raiders say they have it, and they do. The Scarsdale Raiders recover a fumble at the 33-yard line.
First
A costly
turnover of the
turnover
game.
for New Rochelle.
And in the Roosevelt game, one of Scarsdale's bigger victories this season, they were underdogs in. Roosevelt had a lot of turnovers, and that was the difference. Right now, actually the opposite situation. Scarsdale with the big lead. This is one thing they wanted to get on the board now. New Rochelle wanted to get on the board, not turn it over.
The Raiders from their own 32, and Brennan tries to go up the middle, and small gain of about 2. Excuse me, Lou Henry, that was. Lou Henry with a gain of 1. Second and 9 for the Raiders. Certainly they've dominated this game. It seems like they have the ball the whole game. And a flip out, another one to Brennan. Goes around the right side and picks up about 6 yards. To about the 42.
And talking about controlling the ball, Dick Palladino said that comparing this team to last year's bowl team, this team very similar, only they control the ball better.
And they're going to come out and measure it. And the ref says it's just a little short. Third and inches for the Raiders. 44-yard line.
See Kevin Walsh getting the play.
Fogarty wide to the right. Only one pass complete, only one pass attempt so far for the Raiders. No yards in the air. All 157 yards on the ground. And what now? And there's a 4-minute warning they have in high school football. And the Raiders continue to have the balanced rushing attack. We now have Brennan for 79 yards and Lou Henry for 67, so extremely balanced. And New Rochelle we have for 58 yards on the ground so far. Third and inches for the Raiders, and again, there's a slight delay. And the refs confer with each other, and we'll be back when play resumes. We're back at Dean Field. Sorry, there was a problem with the clock. The Raiders third and inches from their own 44. And Henry up the middle gets the first down.
Across the 45 up to about the 47-yard line. 30-10 for the Scarsdale Raiders.
Raiders from their own 47. 3:28 left in the half. 13-0. And again, a pitch to Brennan. Goes on the left side and picks up about 8 yards. 6 yards.
At about the 47-yard line.
And as we said, Scar's not a passing offense, but Palladino said that he'll pass when he thinks New Rochelle is really concentrating on the rush. But if they're concentrating on the rush now and they're still not stopping it, I think Scarsdale's still going to continue to run, even if they are concentrating on the rush.
Scarsdale with only one pass attempt so far this entire game.
And here's Walsh.
And Walsh goes back to pass, but he's sacked. That is something we have not seen much of.
sacked by Joe Carrera at about the 44-yard line. Third and about 14 for the Raiders.
3rd and 14 for the Raiders.
Walsh back to pass.
And Walsh back to pass. Complete to Eric Bloomquist.
Short of the first down. No, yeah, that looks like a first down. And
About a 15-yard pass play. Walsh to Bloomquist. So, only the second attempt, but again, Eric Bloomquist seems to be a popular receiver in the game against Roosevelt. The only touchdown was a 9-yard pass to Eric Bloomquist. And it's a first down. No, it's not a first down. Oh.
At about the 44-yard line. 4th and inches.
4th and inches for the Raiders. And Scarsdale's going to go for it.
Definitely go for it here.
Scarsdale on the New Rochelle 48-yard line.
And a flag down on the play. Lou Henry gets the first down about 1 yard.
Scarsdale using up the clock. 1:22 left in the first half.
And let's see what the flag is about. With 1:22 left. And holding on Scarsdale, so that means that New Rochelle will take over.
First penalty against Scarsdale. And it could be a costly penalty. Scarsdale would have liked to kept the ball for the rest of the first half and gotten into the locker room with a 13-0 lead. Possibility now for New Rochelle to get the ball back and maybe get some momentum going into the second half.
So the Raiders punt,
And
Jeff
blocked
Cochran
punt.
with the punt, and it's blocked. But it gets a Raiders roll, and number 42, Matt Deschamps.
So down at the New Rochelle 47.
Down at about the 43-yard line.
43 yards.
Moving up.
And New Rochelle take over, and they had success on their last drive. Except for the turnover, they were moving the ball well.
So a big break for Scarsdale, even though the Cochran punt was blocked. Still was tipped such that it rolled a little further downfield. So the Raiders have a little breathing room. And
And
back to pass, a long bomb downfield. And it's intercepted.
Jim Kelly makes his first interception of the day.
And Jim Kelly had a big interception in the game against Roosevelt. And now he comes
And
through again.
Also 2 interceptions last week. And the second turnover. A bad pass, really. A long, lofty pass. A lot of hang time, a lot of time for
And
Jim
a lot
Kelly
of maroon jerseys.
to get under it, yeah. The receiver really wasn't open. He had 2 men on him.
So a big play with 37 seconds left.
And kind of a surprising play, too. I mean, I thought New Rochelle would rather... I didn't really think they were going to score, but maybe just get some momentum to going into the second half with James Bowden.
Well, I mean, you think they could have been a little more patient. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe they wanted to open up their passing game, but that was quite a risky pass. So the second turnover for New Rochelle. and a big one at that. Of course, this is going to be interesting because the Raiders like to run the ball, but now if they want to score, they're going to have to pass it. Unless they get a major, major run.
26
A
seconds
big
left
hole.
in the half.
But here's Bogarty wide to the right.
And that'll just about do it. So Scarsdale goes into the second half leading by 13 points. And 2 big rushing performances by Lou Henry and Andrew Brennan.
And that's the end of the half, just about that rushing. Andrew Brennan ends the half with 85 yards. Lou Henry with 77. It's that rushing which puts Scarsdale ahead 13-0 at the half. We'll be back after 2 minutes.
And we're back here at Dean Field with the Scarsdale Raiders leading the Huguenots 13-0. And what are your
Scarsdale-
opinions of the overall first half of this game?
Well, Coach Palladino said it's not going to be a fancy game. New Rochelle's a basic team, and yeah, we've seen pretty much a basic game, a lot of running. Both teams are running teams. But I think New Rochelle maybe a little hasty on the offensive side.
Yeah, they made 2 late turnovers late in the first half.
Yeah, and especially that pass late in the first half kind of.
But you said on the air that you thought that was a stupid play. I think that was a very smart play because they have nothing to lose by doing that. There was only a minute 9 left in the. Oh, here's the kickoff. New Rochelle bobbles it again, runs it wide side right, at number 75. Number 75, Roy Scruggs with the tackle. Well, as I was saying, that they had nothing to lose by throwing the ball long. They wanted to start something, and they complete the pass. They maybe had a touchdown, and the interception caused no harm to their team. It was only a minute left in the quarter, and they weren't gonna score unless they went long anyway.
Yeah, but they still had at least 2 or 3 plays left in the half.
Right, so they threw the ball long, and they had the 2 or 3 plays in.
Waited until they needed to.
Well,
So anyway, we'll see right now if New Rochelle establishes a running game before going to the pass.
you know they got to go to the air. They're down 13-0 against a tough Scarsdale team that hasn't allowed a point in 4 games. New Rochelle to the ground to Eric Ball for a gain of about 5 yards. Second and about 5.
Third game is about 5 yards.
Second and 5 on about the 23-yard line, I would say.
Second and about 6 for the Huguenots.
New Rochelle into a wishbone set. Gives. Gain of about 2. Stop. Good stop. Gang tackling by Scarsdale. 3rd and about 4. Big series for New Rochelle. They want to establish something, and they want to show that they made some changes at halftime.
And we talked about how Scarsdale prepares for their opponent's offense. It looks almost like Scarsdale's anticipating the plays.
Well,
whereas New Rochelle on defense, they're tackling the wrong guy. They're getting faked out continually.
Well, when they see them in this wishbone set, they usually don't look for the quarterback to get the ball.
Right.
Oh, good stop by Scarsdale. It looks like it's going to be close. Looks like it'll be about 4th and about 1. 4th and about 1. Interesting decision. Wait, that's a first. No, it's 4. I don't know. It's a 4th down, as I thought before. And it's an interesting decision for New Rochelle that if they're going to go for it here, because it's a big situation early, but they're going to punt. At number 21, Andy Curry, and number 32, Andrew Brennan. Back deep for Scarsdale. Good punt. Good punt. Drives Andrew Brennan back to the 28-yard line, and it's down at the 25.
Down to the 25-yard line. There's a first and 10 for the Raiders at the 25-yard line.
That ball was really kicked.
Yeah, and the Raiders, who compiled 163 yards on the ground, take over for the first time in the second half.
That's about a 35, 36-yard punt. Kevin Walsh comes back onto the field. They're approximately on the 26-yard line. Kevin Walsh, who's 1 for 2 tonight, for 15 yards. Andrew Bradley gains about 1, going right along the line.
Second and about 9 for the Raiders.
And the missed extra point, as always, could come back to haunt the Raiders, because right now, if New Rochelle should stop the Raiders and come back to score, they only need another touchdown to win. So.
But also, there's a 2-point play in high school football, so it's not as important because they could get close and just get the 2-point play and still win 15-14. So it's not as important as in pro football where there's no 2-point play. Stop right there. No gain.
New Rochelle defense tightening up.
3rd and 9. Looks probably Scarsdale go to the air here. What do you think?
No, I think they'll probably run it.
Scarsdale's well known that they're not as big as everyone else. They usually get outweighted on the offensive line considerably. But they seem to always find a way to win. That credit to Dick Palladino and the whole Scarsdale Raider coaching staff.
Eric Bloomquist in motion. Pete Bogarty to the right. And Walsh takes it himself, but he stopped.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was just, they were trying to QB sneak and nothing happened. Jeff Cochran into punt. New Rochelle to get their second position of the second half. Good punt. Fair catch at the 42-yard line.
Punt field at about the 43-yard line. First and 10 for the Huguenots.
And Scarsdale hasn't given up a point in league play yet this year.
And New Rochelle also has a stingent defense, only giving up 14 or 15 points all year at league play.
A lot of similarities between the two teams. Also, both teams lost their first game of the season and haven't lost yet, or haven't lost since.
Scarsdale lost to Mayapack, the only team that's undefeated in Section 1 play. There's Section 1A and Section 1C. Mayapack belongs to Section 1C. So Scarsdale can still lead the Section 1A title, but they might have to play them as the second seed in the bowl game.
Right. As we said, Scarsdale already secured a bowl berth.
And so is New Rochelle, so
Right.
already secured a bowl. But second and about 3 on the 50-yard line. Give right at the middle, Eric. Ball.
Piled up.
Stop, but the forward momentum gives him about third and about an inch. Really close to the first down.
Kind of an offensive pattern for New Rochelle. They get 5 or 6 yards on the first run, and then the Scarsdale defense bears down. Yeah.
Because they seem to be maybe trying a different play, and then they keep on trying it. They don't show any variety. They go to the wishbone or they go to the eye. And once they make one play work, then they go right back to that play. Ooh, stop short, but it looks like it's going to be awfully close. No signal yet. Fourth down. Fourth and about 2, and the Huguenots decide to go for it. Interesting decision early with about 5:38 remaining in the third quarter. New Rochelle decides to go for it on about 4th and 1. To give to Ball, he's got the first down.
It seems to me that the New Rochelle offense isn't really as sophisticated as the Scarsdale offense.
Yeah, Scarsdale seems to be using a lot of play-action passes, while New Rochelle goes to a wishbone set. And a wishbone set is mainly everyone knows that you're going to rush the ball. It's just a matter of which way you're going to rush it.
Yeah.
And also Scarsdale seems to have Kevin Walsh, who's a strong arm quarterback, and seems to be putting a lot more people in motion, showing a lot more variety, a lot more different sets, even running the same play, but a lot more different sets, so more confusing. But when you have such a raw talent as Eric Ball, you can do anything you want. I mean, he's dominating, even though he's not getting any holds. After the second quarter, here are your stats, and you see that the Raiders dominating rushing, and there you see the two turnovers committed by the Huguenots, a fumble and a sack, and Scarsdale only completed 1 pass for 15 yards. Stops him short, 3rd and about 3.
About 4.
New Rochelle has 20 yards on 8 plays, so they're not moving too fast.
Scarsdale has picked off 1 New Rochelle pass in the first half.
And also recovered 1 fumble. 3rd and 3. New Rochelle drops back to pass. Throws a little swing to Eric Ball. First down and more. Up past the 30-yard line.
And that's one dimension of the game we haven't seen much of, the short passes. Both New Rochelle passes were, medium range and then long range. This could be a, dimension of the game that could really expand their offense.
That looked like a 20-yard run, but it was only a 10-yard gain because 5 or 6 of the yards were just getting up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, right.
It was a good screenplay, a lot of blocking in front. They ran up to the 30-yard line.
And especially when you have the speed, and because the halfbacks and the tailbacks, they're not only fast, but they're strong, so they're ideal wide receivers. Ideal receivers for a screen pass.
In motion. Give to Eric Ball, up the middle. Gain about 5 or 6 yards. Alexi Mercentes with the tackle.
3:20 left in the third quarter.
New Rochelle looking impressive on this drive.
A tedious drive, but a drive nevertheless. Picking away at the Scarsdale defense.
2nd and 5. Give up the middle. 3rd and about 3.
That's about the 32-yard line. It's going to be third.
Still at a field goal range, though.
Yeah, because you got to get a lot closer for field goal range.
You think
They're having a lot of troubles with this clock. Another time official, please reset the clock. The clock only shows 2:43, but now I don't know what they're doing with the clock. The clock's too confusing to deal with. What were you saying? Sorry.
do you think New Rochelle is trying to establish the run too much? They're wasting too much time on the clock?
Well, see, they're only down 2 touchdowns. It's still only the third quarter. So if they score here, they'll the whole fourth quarter just score one more touchdown. So they're playing it very smart. The New Rochelle coach isn't panicking. They're down 2 touchdowns.
Right.
He's playing what their style of game is. It's running the ball with Eric Ball. About 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. There's an injury on the field, and we'll be back once the guy gets up. The guy got up, and we're back here. First and 10. He's all right, no injury, but he's just a little shaken up. First and 10 for New Rochelle on their own 15. Scarsdale's 15. Eric Ball's forward for about 5 yards. Second and about 5.
Start for the 13-yard line. Second and about 4 for the even up.
Second and about 4. New Rochelle desperately trying to score before the third quarter ends with about 1:20 remaining. Oh, sacks! By number 75 of Scarsdale, Roy Scruggs, getting into the backfield. And it's about 3rd and 8. .45 seconds remaining in this third quarter, 3rd and 8. Incomplete. New Rochelle tries to wing it into the end zone, but incomplete. 4th and 7. Interesting call for New Rochelle here.
And the Raider defense rising to the occasion. They don't want to, concede like 10 more yards and get New Rochelle into a better field goal position.
Well, it's 4th down. This is it for New Rochelle.
Right.
They're going for it on 4th and 7. Big down here. New Rochelle drops back to pass. Option to Eric Ball. Gets the first down. Oh, he's right at the marker. It's going to be close. A little screen pass. Alexi
Successful plays this half.
Alexi Mercenti's got out there and almost deflected it, but the pass was completed. Looks like it's going to be close. Here comes the change for the measurement. Scarsdale gets the ball, they stop him. They stopped a big play for Scarsdale. Scarsdale to get the ball back. On that drive, New Rochelle at 39 yards rushing, 10 passing, but they... First and 10 for the Raiders on their own 10. Give to Lou Henry. To give to Andrew Brennan for about 4 yards. 2nd and 6. And that's the end of the third quarter. That's the end of the third quarter. And we're back here at the beginning of the fourth quarter with Scarsdale leading 13-0 deep in their own end zone. Second and about 7 for Scarsdale. Scarsdale did a good job stopping New Rochelle at the end of the first half. They didn't have a lot of offensive plays, but they played amazing on defense to stop New Rochelle deep.
Yeah, right
there you
now
see some of the fans.
Look for Scarsdale to control the ball. Coach Palladino said that, for example, in the Roosevelt game, they could have scored. They had 9 minutes left, but they were mostly trying to control the ball.
Here's Kevin Walsh with the ISEP behind Lou Henry and Andrew Brennan. Pete Bogarty out wide. Lou Henry in motion. The give. Number 40. Jason Kessler for about 5 yards. Third and about 3. Third and about 3 for Scarsdale. Scarsdale and an ISEP. Oh, fumble. But Jason Kessler recovers for a loss of 2. So it's 4th down, and Scarsdale's going to have to... What do you classify that? Is that a fumble? Or
Wait 1 second, let me just get settled.
Okay. Now we'll get back to the end. It's 4th down, and Jeff Cochran's in to punt for Scarsdale. New Rochelle still in this thing. Ain't over yet.
Sorry, I just ran back from running down the stats.
Jeff Cochran to punt.
Here's Cochran's punt, and New Rochelle retrieves it at the 45-yard line. And taken down by number 10, Frank Rusciano.
Punishing hit. New Rochelle ball, they're own 41. No, Scarsdale, sorry, Scarsdale's 41. New Rochelle must score on this possession with only 10 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, and that needs 2 touchdowns. Still on the ground with Eric Ball for about 5 yards, second and about 6.
In case you're just joining us, it's the third quarter, and the Scarsdale Raiders continue to lead 13-0.
Big gain for New Rochelle. 5-yard pickup, and they're down to the 28-yard line. First down, New Rochelle, and they're moving it again.
So New Rochelle seems to have moved it well the last 2 possessions. And here are the
fourth quarter stats
when they
third
come on
quarter
the screen.
start.
And here they are. As you can see, Scarsdale continues to pull away on the ground with 168 yards.
They had the same that score. They only got 1 yard the whole quarter last.
That's true. But they're still way ahead.
Oh, gain of 5 yards. Second at about 4. And there you see the stats. Huguenots got 7 first downs on their impressive drive, but they failed to score, as the only thing that counts in the scoreboard is 13-0. So,
one thing that
I don't know who that was against. I think it's against Scarsdale, but I'm not sure what the cause. The New Rochelle coach is fuming.
One thing is one thing that could become important here is I asked 3 players what they thought the turning point was: Eric Bloomquist, Andrew Brennan, and Kevin Walsh. And all 3 of them said that not what the turning point was, but what the most important thing is. All 3 of them said that it's very important that Coach Palladino stresses that they must play the entire game, that they really put 100% in for 48 minutes, and that's what they're really trying to work on now.
That's a big penalty. Personal foul, first and 10 on the 15. Big penalty against Scarsdale. That could hurt him. Eric Ball, no signal yet. Touchdown.
That's the one they were scared of. Touchdown, New Rochelle. Eric Ball.
They still have plenty of time. 8:43 remaining. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the 2-point play here. That way they could tie it up. New Rochelle tried to get the extra point in. The 15-yard penalty set him up there. Could prove big, that touchdown.
That was only the second Scarsdale penalty, too.
Are they going to go for 2 or 1 here? Interesting decision for the New Rochelle coach. And they'll go for 2.
Good prediction, Wayne.
Pounded in. What's the signal? No signal yet.
They didn't get it.
They didn't get in. 6 points only. They didn't get the 2 points.
So they tried it and they failed.
But see, now they're still in situation. If they would have made it, it's just a bonus. Now they still
Right now, if they score a touchdown and they make
still
the extra point, then they tie it.
Right, or even if they make the 2-point play, they win it. They're still in that
Right.
position. That 2-point play is very smart because that puts them in position to tie it with 2 field goals. Sorry,
So
to win it
it's
with 2 field goals.
13-6 Scarsdale with
8:43 remaining in this. 4th quarter. New Rochelle to kick off.
So New Rochelle really getting their offense together, and Scarsdale's really going to have to hold up their defense or keep the ball for a long time now.
Yeah, the Scarsdale usually goes to a rush, so a rush
It's a good thing
takes
they're a
up,
running team, but
right,
it takes up a lot of time.
takes up 25 seconds a shot, so 4 plays is at least 2 minutes if they execute properly. I'm sure Nick Palladino's telling Kevin Walsh that right now. Don't rush your snaps. Just wait the full 25 seconds or 30 seconds.
Clock plays a major factor now.
Danny Ornstein, Andrew Brennan, and Vinny Lambert back deep for seems to be controversy between the referee and Nick Palladino. There you see Coach Palladino.
Nobody was on the field. It's a brand new team.
And what do you think they're arguing about?
I really do not have a clue. They just scored a touchdown, and maybe it's about the personal foul penalty still. Maybe he still doesn't think that was a proper call at the time.
Come on,
Never said his
boys.
piece, so it's time for him to say his piece.
Come on, Roy.
But he is quite upset.
John.
And we'll be back when play resumes. And we're back here from Dean Field.
And all of a sudden, an eruption just took place. The crowd started to get into it.
Sounds like Madison Square Garden during a Ranger game.
And New Rochelle to kick off. Andrew Brennan falls, but picks it up, running it back.
Around to the left side. Out to about the 21-yard line.
Andrew Brennan now is over 100 yards total offense.
And certainly a major factor. Brennan and Henry.
That's their whole offense except for 15 yards. I think there's a flag on the play. Not really. I think it's against Scarsdale. It's a 10-yard penalty against Scarsdale.
Wow, this will take them all the way back to the 10-yard line.
I believe it was a clip, but I'm not sure. No, personal foul against Scarsdale.
As Walsh comes back in to First and 10 from their own 11.
Even though the referees screwed this up and have it like it's 1st and 20, but it's only 1st and 10. Kevin Walsh under center. Eric Bloomquist in motion. Gives to Andrew Brennan.
And Brennan goes for about 2 yards, or 1 yard.
Second and about 9. Maybe I'm just changing my thing. It's a late ball foul, so it is 1st and 20. Because it was after the ball.
Okay,
I thought it was
now the
before
scoreboard's fixed. Now it says 2nd and 23.
It's
Before
second.
it
It's
said
second and 18. They didn't lose anything. The scoreboard's still a little messed
All right,
up.
so it's 2nd and 18. Fine.
See, the ball was a late ball foul. I thought it was during the play.
Here's
so.
Brennan again around the left side off a pitch. And he goes up to the 26-yard line, another 4 yards.
3rd and about 16. Big yardage. They're going to have to go to the air here.
And Andrew Brennan now has just rushing 103 yards.
So Scarsdale's going to have a lot of trouble to get the first down here. That'll give New Rochelle a good position to drive down the field for the winning score. 7:43 remaining. The clock stopped.
And also, we'd like to remind you that we'll be announcing the Channel 36 Most Valuable Player at the end of today's Section 1A championship game.
Early lead, Eric Ball of New Rochelle, and for Scarsdale, Andrew Brennan.
Or Lou Henry.
Maybe co-MVPs. Kevin Walsh to the air.
Yes, complete. Pete Bogarty at the 31-yard line.
They finally used Pete Bogarty in the first, about a 15-yard completion, 16-yard completion, a big first down for Scarsdale.
That's only the second pass completion out of, I believe, 3 attempts. 31 yards total in the air for Kevin Walsh. First pass completion was to Eric Bloomquist for 15 yards, and now a 16-yarder to Pete Bogarty.
And it's right on the goal line. The second time this happened, a quick out, and they're supposed to get to the line, and they get to the line, and they just don't get over that line, so they're going to measure here and see it for the first down. First down.
First down and a big one.
Big pass play from Kevin Walsh. Kevin Walsh shows in a big situation. He'll throw the ball.
The Raiders now have a total of 46 yards passing in their last 3 games. And this is cable channel 36, the leader in Scarsdale High School sports television. Back
Kevin
to
Walsh to Andrew Brennan for gain about 2. 2nd and 8. That was a big play for Scarsdale. They got out in a tough hole. Begin with 1st and 20 at the 2 plays for only 4 yards. 3rd and 16, and they get the first down. That's a big play. Could be a turning point in this game with only 7 minutes left to go in this game.
So the Raiders from their own 35. Scarsdale with now 181 yards on the ground.
That's
31 yards in the air.
That is unofficial. We will
Right,
remind
these are
you.
unofficial stats, we'd like to remind you.
Kevin Walsh.
And it's another pitch out to Brennan, who comes up the left line and is
Oh.
smashed by New Rochelle. 10-yard gain.
You heard that? No, it's about a 5-yard gain.
Okay, it's about a 5-yard gain.
It's 3rd and about 3. Punishing hit. You heard that all the way up on top of the press box. Third and 3 on the 40-yard line.
Right now, the Raiders' rush unofficially is taking up 86% of their offense. I think they like to rush.
3rd and 2. Give to Andrew Brennan. Loses yardage. 4th down and 3. Now
No significant gain, and
lost a yard, but now Jeff Cochran's in to punt the ball away, and New Rochelle's going to have a chance to tie this game. Very good finish here. Oh, what interesting know about that touchdown. That was the first touchdown. That was the first points they got out in 4 games. So
that's true. And the first one within the section.
right within the league.
Within the league. Cochran
And they
needs a
haven't given
really
up
good
more than
punt now.
7 points except for the first game of the season, the Man Pack season. Good
And
punt.
it's a good punt when he needs it.
Fair catch signaled at the 24-yard line.
So an excellent punt by Chris Cochran.
So New Rochelle's going to have
Excuse
to
me, Jeff Cochran.
Sorry. New Rochelle's going to have to drive 76 yards if they want to score the touchdown that they need. And the time official has to check the clock for about the 14th time today.
The scoreboard is in frequent discord with the official time.
New Rochelle. Sets up. Give up the middle. Gain of about 1. 2nd and 9. What do you think about this New Rochelle continuing to run the ball?
Well, I think they want to use up as much time as possible, so if they do score the touchdown, then Scarsdale won't have time to come back down the field. So they have to kind of time it so they score in enough time, but they also leave, you know.
What happens if they don't score, Russ? It's still
Well,
5:30.
Then they lost.
That's a real optimistic attitude. Give around the right end to Eric Ball. Loses the yards. You bet about 10 yards sideways.
But you also have to remember that the last time the last time New Rochelle tried to put up a big pass, it was intercepted by Jim Kelly. So they might not want to take that chance.
And last time New Rochelle got deep before the touchdown, they fumbled the ball away. So easily could be tied, 14-all. I believe there is a timeout on the field. Timeout Scarsdale. We'll be back when play resumes.
Back here, 4th quarter, Dean Field, 3rd and 8 for New Rochelle.
Big play for New Rochelle. 3rd and 8. They need a touchdown here to tie the game.
And they do go for the pass.
Going long.
And it's deep.
Oh,
and it's just missed.
It was wide open at the 35-yard line.
Oh, he might have been gone.
No, he was falling down, but he had a big gain there. Big gain. It was open there.
Just tipped off his fingers.
4th and 6. I think they're going to go for it here with only 4.5 minutes remaining.
They have to.
That looked like that was goodbye. It was wide open. The sun is going to be in Andrew Brennan's eyes as he's going to return this punt, and New Rochelle surprisingly is going to punt.
This might be an adventure.
Andrew Brennan fields the ball at about the
Good
45.
catch by Brennan. And he
brings
takes
it
it
up
out
to
to the 48-yard line.
That kick does not make any sense to me. They're putting Scarsdale in a position to tie. Now they have 4.5 minutes remaining. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, maybe they figured that with their inability to pass today, that they had a better chance if they punted it back to Scarsdale than if they passed it.
Well, but see, Scarsdale could waste another 2 minutes off the clock, and then New Rochelle will be pinned deep back in their own end zone.
So they could throw another 90-yard bomb, which is what they refuse to do now. So it does contradict their whole philosophy.
And having troubles with the clock again. It's the 4-minute warning, and we'll be back.
It's the infamous 4-minute warning.
And we'll be back.
And we're back here, and there was a slight delay with the clock. And the Raiders from their own 48, a big possession here.
Gives to Andrew Brennan,
Right
big
up the
gain.
middle.
First down. 10-yard gain for Andrew Brennan. 19 yards for Andrew Brennan today.
And 195 rushing for the Raiders.
119. 6. Second and 2 for Scarsdale. The chains are lined up exactly with the field, at least from our vantage point, so that's because we got confused in some of these plays.
And here's Brennan again up the middle, picks up the first down, I think.
Yeah, I think so. That was for about 2 yards.
Once again, very close to the first down.
With only 3 minutes remaining, Scarsdale looks like they got this game up 6 points.
Don't talk too soon, as Yogi Berra says.
It ain't over till it's over. No, he didn't get it. It's 3rd and inches. Big play. I thought he got it twice already now. Gosh.
Well, they'll try it again. 3rd and inches.
Big play. He's got it that time. Lou Henry.
And Henry for a little more.
For about 6 yards. 6 yards for Lou Henry.
86 yards now for Lou Henry.
And the fans are getting excited now as they sense victory with only 2.5 minutes remaining and timeout New Rochelle. And we'll be back when
Right
play
after
resumes.
this.
And we're back here. 1st and 10 for Scarsdale at the New Rochelle 36 with 2:23 remaining in this game. Offsides, New Rochelle.
A big penalty.
1st and 5, it looks like. But he might have been drawn off. Let's wait for the indication. Yeah, they're walking it off against New Rochelle. 5 yards.
Penalties have certainly hurt New Rochelle today.
Same with Scarsdale with that big 10-yard penalty, personal foul penalty.
Walsh comes back into the huddle.
And an interesting thing that Pete Gotcho, the center, always goes out much earlier than the whole team. I don't know, it's some kind of uplift. I don't know. They always do that with all the Scarsdale teams. Give up the middle. Timeout New Rochelle. And we'll be back
Right
after
after
this. And we're back here with the timeout. I'm sure there'll be one more at least for New Rochelle. It's 2nd and 2. Now you see one of the fans cheering on the Scarsdale Raiders. 2nd and 2.
And Brennan.
First
Picks up
down, it
about
looks like
3.
for Scarsdale. And the first down will practically secure the game with only 2 minutes left to go. But it's 3rd down and about inches. Timeout New Rochelle. And guess what? We'll be back. And we're back here.
After another timeout.
Yep, but there's not going to be any more. There's 3.5, and they used all 3.
It is 3rd and 1 for the Scarsdale Raiders. 1:55 to go, according to the scoreboard. They're leading 13-6.
3rd and inches.
And I don't think they got it.
Neither do I. It's close. 4th
Henry
down.
with no gain. Fourth and 1.
They're going for it. This is the play. If New Rochelle's to have any chance, they got to stop here.
Flip out to Brennan, and what else is new?
Touchdown!
And a little more! Touchdown, Andrew Brennan! Another flip out of the left side to Andrew Brennan. He runs right down the left sideline for his 3rd touchdown of the day.
Sure MVP, you got to say so. Scarsdale winning 19-6, and it's got the Section 1A championship.
I think this quote about sums it up by Andrew Brennan. We're not the strongest in the league. We're not the biggest in the league. We're not the fastest in the league, but we still win.
Yup, and they're going to
by
win.
Andrew Brennan.
They're going to win their 4th consecutive Section 1A championship here today. 19-6 with 1:11 to go, and this game's over. That was about a 25-yard gain.
147 yards rushing for Andrew Brennan.
And the extra point is good. 20-6. What a game. After an opening day loss, they come back, and now they're going to win their 4th consecutive Section 1A championship.
A very communal Scarsdale Raiders team. They spend a lot of time together. They have practice on Friday afternoon, then on Saturday morning they have breakfast at somebody's house, then they come out to practice early. Very communal team.
Very intelligent kids, as Dick Palladino says.
And tonight the celebration will be a little bigger.
Yeah. They're headed for a bowl game, probably to face Mayapack, but I'm really not sure. Be interesting. And this was an emotional win. It'll be interesting to see how drained they are before the bowl game. Raiders to kick off. Expect a squib kick here because they don't want to risk anything going long on them now.
Here's Kessler.
Squib kick, as I predicted. And they're running it back. New Rochelle desperately trying to break it big. Oh, big game. Past the 48-yard line. Only a minute left to go. 2 touchdowns. New Rochelle. It's Scarsdale probably go to the deep zone and give up the easy stuff and watch long. That's the only chance New Rochelle has, basically.
Of course, they'd have to make 2 scores anyway.
Right, that throw it long was, get a touchdown,
Scarsdale has to get it back.
Kick an onside kick, recover that, then throw it long again, and then score.
The League 1A division title seems to be Scarsdale's.
Oh!
Pass completion.
Past the 30-yard line, about the 32. But he's not out of bounds. Oh, maybe he is. I'm not sure.
I think he was because the clock stopped.
Right, but Dick Palladino's arguing that he wasn't out of bounds.
According to the clock, there's 51 seconds left.
But according to the clock, isn't too.
Plus or minus 30 seconds.
And they quickly go to the line. As the clock continues to tick, he was in bounds. Deep drop. Throws it into the end zone.
And it's
intercepted.
Intercepted. Number 26, Vinny Lambert. And that will seal it up. That's the second interception of the day for the Raiders. First one, of course, by Jim Kelly. And they are really happy.
Yeah, all they have to do is sit in the ball once and then run off the field. Enjoy.
Their 4th straight title. They have now given up 33 points this entire season.
Pretty impressive. Headed for a bowl game. Congratulations, Scarsdale Raiders. They proved that New Rochelle had beaten Roosevelt 16-0, while Scarsdale only beat them 7-0, but it didn't matter today. Scarsdale beat New Rochelle.
88% of their offense.
And now all they have to do is run off the field, I believe, because there's only 15 seconds left. I'm going to listen to the crowd. Wait, maybe they have to run one more play. I'm not sure.
And we invite you to stay with us after the game is over because we'll have a short wrap-up and some stat recap and some other things.
system just about sums it up. Congratulations, Dick Palladino. Congratulations, Scarsdale Raiders.
1988 League 1A champions. And we'll be back to recap some stats and just recap the game for you right after this break. And we're back at Willard B. Dean Field, the site of the victory of the Scarsdale Raiders in the League 1A title game. And here's just an unofficial stat recap. As you can see, Scarsdale, totally a rushing offense. 88% of their offense came on the ground, 229 yards, and first downs about equal.
And in passing also, they had a couple big pass plays in the fourth quarter. Kevin Walsh completed that pass to Pete Bogading that kept alive a drive and used up some more time off the clock. That was when New Rochelle was still only down by about 7 points.
And also look at the New Rochelle turnovers. 1 fumble and 2 interceptions, and those certainly loom large in the 20-6 victory. And now for our MVP, as promised, I don't think there's any contest. Andrew Brennan, 147 yards and 3 touchdowns. Unofficially, well, 3 touchdowns. That doesn't. But yes, unofficially 147 yards. Has been a stabilizer for the Scarsdale offense all year long, and certainly today coming through in the clutch, a major part of the Scarsdale ground game.
In summary, the New Rochelle offense, we mentioned this before, it didn't look as sophisticated as the Scarsdale offense. It's pretty straightforward. Maybe they're trying to outmuscle the Raiders, but it didn't work. The Raiders seemed to be anticipating their plays, and we talked about how they practiced their plays, and it definitely paid off because the running game was pretty much not really a big factor for New Rochelle.
All right, and I'd like to thank Andrew Brennan, Kevin Walsh, Eric Bloomquist, and John Rydell, who talked to me before the game to give me some invaluable information, and that'll just about wrap it up. This is Russ Corns for Alex Locke and Wayne Schwartz. Good afternoon. 20-6 Scarsdale.